gentlemen, we are live. So, welcome to our. What are we calling this show right now, Big D?
Putting over the
Putting
profile.
over the
We're
profile. So,
making
we're putting you over?
we're making a pop. Yeah, we're making a pop. P-O-P.
Poppy seeds. Poppy.
Right. Um, yeah. I don't know. It's clever.
We
It's
are the
clever.
Jawbers. Putting over profile. So, we are putting over today. In this wonderful Sunday evening, we're putting over Mr. Kane, one of my most favorite wrestlers of all time. And we're going to, basically, today we're going to watch a couple of matches. We're going to watch Kane's debut. We're going to talk about Kane a little bit. We're going to watch Kane's first championship match against Stone Cold Steve Austin. In King of the Ring, 1998. And this match was overshadowed by, and we'll talk about it, by Mick Foley and The Undertaker right before them. Then we're going to 2012.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
did not mean to interrupt you there.
Oh, you didn't.
Okay. Well, that was Big D's pick. We're going to 2012, and we're watching Team Hell No, which is actually very entertaining. And they had a lot of cool segments and really fun segments. It was a really fun team between Kane and Daniel Bryan in Ryback versus The Shield. So, we're going to go down Kane's memory lane a little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit about Kane. And I hope you enjoy it. You have to have WWE Network for this. All of our timestamps, jump to moments, and pay-per-view names are in the description. Just basically copy in the description the name of the pay-per-view and search it. You will get that. If you copy the name of the moment or jump to moment and paste it in the WWE Network, you'll find it as well. So just copy and paste from our description and you'll be ready to go. And I am losing my connection. Yeah, it's going to be a good day today. It's going to be a great day today. All right. Anyways, this is Mr. Big D right next to me.
What up? What up?
We're the Jawbers. We're the Jawbers.
We are the Jawbers.
Jawbers. The Jawbers.
All you maggots and corrective spellers. Stay to the end of the show. You'll know what I'm talking about.
It's gonna be be good. We're gonna cut a promo on your candy ass.
I'm not ready to cut a promo.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, we have it saved.
Just saying. I'm not ready. Let's see. I am here for.
All right.
Okay. I was just sort of syncing myself up here.
So our very very first. I'm searching YouTube. Our very first match is actually our very first moment is Kane's debut. I would like to. We are streaming right now. Hey, Stephen Miller in the house. Woo woo.
What's up, Steven? How you doing, Steven? Yeah, and then I guess I was a little surprised. As far as looking back and kind of just especially the early days of before Kane, before as you can tell from our picture, our cover photo, all his different gimmicks. You had the fake Diesel, you had Isaac Yankem, then you had the Kane when he debuted his early years, then you had Kane without the mask, and then you had Kane who came back. Kind of around that Team Hell No era, back with that different mask. And then he, I was trying to go back before that, look at his I was thinking he was in WCW more than he was. He only had one match in WCW, I found out. And I'm like, that's just crazy. That was crazy to me. I thought he was. I thought he would have been. I thought he would have had more
I
matches.
did not. I did not know that
Um,
part.
yeah, he only had one match, and then he went back to uh, UWSA or something like that. Steven says I have it on my TV. I have YouTube on my TV. Awesome, Steven. You're watching this on your TV. That's
Aha!
great.
We
Look
are
at that.
we are TV
We're on
ready.
TV
Look, I'm flexing. Look, I have muscles.
all across the
I have
country.
TVs. I have muscles for
We are
TV. I work out.
we are going 1-on-1 with the great ones tonight.
Yes.
Dallas Cowboys are
Uh
playing
oh.
tonight. We are, and then Tuesday on Bigo, our broadcast will be it's presidential election night. So well, I guess we'll see who we're really going up against some tough competition this week. So that's a great way to start off our November.
Stephen Miller cannot text on
Yeah,
his TV. Oh boy.
I can't take.
Has a semi-smart TV? Yeah.
Man, I can't. I wish I could text on my TV when I'm watching people on YouTube.
That
That'd
would
be
be
great.
awesome.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, yeah, back to Kane. Steven, we love you, man. I know you're with us, so I hope you enjoy this. Yeah, it was funny. Like, I loved, so he did the Isaac Yankem. I think that's what he debuted
mhm.
as. And he was just dentist with, like, if you'd listen to the music, it's just like the dental drill going like,
Yeah, just
and he had
yeah,
horrible
yeah.
teeth and he was awful. So his early years, like, and then he stuck through it, man. He every single gimmick that they threw at him, he just went with it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. This is what's gonna happen. Ooh, pages and
Right.
pathways in the house. We're rocking now. We're
Go
rocking now, everybody. We're
Pages.
rocking now.
And when it comes to Isaac Yankem, that was Vince McMahon's like most prized like thought that he like gimmick that he ever came up with was his dentist and you know he was just like and we're gonna call you Isaac Yankem. He's like you get it, I yank him. And like he did his laugh. Like apparently that was the first time Kane ever heard his
Well,
laugh.
well,
Um,
just like look at the range. So we don't talk about all the stuff that all the gimmicks and all the things that Vince McMahon has come up with that are just junk, which there were a lot.
right.
So, and then you have things like The Undertaker, and so we hear a lot more about all the stuff that Vince McMahon actually was like, wow, these are fantastic ideas. He's the brain. Like, I have put Vince McMahon on my Mount Rushmore not because of his creation, not because of his creations,
Right. Right.
but because of Vince McMahon, the wrestler, the performer. Okay, because I'm starting to think actually, Big D, and I was gonna do this. We might hint about this on our Tuesday podcast, but I'm starting to think that Vince McMahon is actually not doing a whole lot of decision making in the WWE and hasn't been doing a whole lot of decision making in a while.
Well, I think it's more. I mean, it's really just it's down to it's like his last. Like it has to go through him at the very end of things. He doesn't necessarily. I don't think he knows anything that's going on. He just they go to him and then like because like there's a constant just I mean it's just facts apparently that he changes too many things on the fly. Um, and yeah,
I have
I mean,
Frozen.
okay, I wasn't sure what the face
Yeah,
was. It looked like you got really excited.
the Jabba phase
Um,
is what that was.
but yeah, I mean, ultimately, it comes out. Vince is the end of that digestive track, and he changes things a lot, and I don't. it's just tough to say. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, but
we'll
like we
talk about
mentioned,
it on Tuesday
I
for
mean,
sure.
he's come up with a lot of great ideas, gimmicks,
Yes.
creations, and he's had a lot of horrible ones.
Yeah, that we don't talk about
I
too
mean,
much.
yeah, that's just science right there. I mean, if you're a scientist, you have more fails than you have uh, success. Um,
Yeah.
but and then again, there's still a reason that he's been doing this, and ever since he took over for his father um, in the 80s, and yeah, he's still going. So there's a reason, and I'm sure. I mean, there's plenty of other people that deserve credit as well. But yeah, Isaac Yankum, DDS. Uh, he was introduced by Jerry Lawler. This is when Lawler was going. He was feuding with Bret Hart, and Lawler needed a something to help him get a one up on Bret Hart, and his weapon was his dentist, uh, Sir I Yankum. Uh, I mean, hey, the gimmick was around for like a year. It was around for a year, and that was like the tail end of that whole gimmick era, where it was just super cartoony, superficial characters.
Yeah, very simple.
Um, so
But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's
and he was
something to be
ugly.
said about that too. But yeah.
Yeah. But even before that, when he just debuted in wrestling, period, he also wore a mask. He was known as Doomsday, and I was actually going to put the picture of that on the cover photo, but there wasn't any clear pictures. It was just that
It's so
they
old.
didn't take many pictures, wasn't many videos, right? And the same thing with the Christmas creature. I don't know if you know about the Christmas creature, if you've seen it,
I believe I
but
heard of it. It rings familiar, but I'm not too familiar with it because I mean I like Kane, but not.
right, yeah, he was just in this like full body green outfit, and he had like tinsel just going wrapped around him. He was just like this big Christmas tree, but he was just like this Christmas creature they called him. I had no idea. And apparently, like they have wrestling figures of this Christmas creature. Yeah, like it was just this horrible looking, and again, they had no good quality pictures. But yeah, then he found WWF, and yeah, he had one match in WCW was against Sting, and he lost, and
So
that was it.
Kane did fight
Uh,
Sting technically.
yeah, yeah, Kane did. Yeah,
That is cool, man. Those are good things, and I got the uh,
one time.
Christmas creature. I'm trying to pull up a picture of the Christmas
I,
creature so we can see it.
I believe there is video as well. Um, but yeah, it's just shoddy. Yeah.
This is from MemphisFlyer.com. Shout out just real quick, just so you get the idea of the Christmas creature. I don't know if you can see that, but that was Kane right there. There we go.
Again with a
Yeah.
mask. So obviously he's had a mask all but like three gimmicks.
Well, Kane definitely, or Glenn Jacobs has definitely played a huge role in just kind of like being his own character, or not his own character, but playing all these characters and just sticking with them. And eventually, he got in with the Undertaker, who really kind of put him on the map. Ultimately, so
Mm-hmm.
I think it's I think it's yeah, Kane is definitely my favorite wrestler, and I'm so excited to feature these things. So. Thank you for doing some background check there, because I just had it on Wikipedia and I didn't read the whole thing, but my love for Kane stems from his WWE years, or Glenn Jacobs,
Right.
and as soon as I saw that that red outfit with the with the helmet, with the mask, and I mean he just looked and I remember listening to the podcast that Vince McMahon, uh, he thought of Kane as like a superhero, and so they were asking like, so what's his gimmick? Like, is he from hell? All this and all that is like, while he's Undertaker's brother, like no, Kane is actually a superhero, which is how they designed him. They designed him as a superhero. So,
Right.
yeah, I think that's pretty damn cool. And I saw it. I was immediately, because I mean I was superheroes growing up and all that. And as soon as I saw Kane, I was like, boom. I collected those comic books.
Did you feel that? Did you feel that as a
Oh
kid
yeah,
that he was a
yeah. He was kind of
superhero?
like that, like a dark superhero, and like I cheered
Right.
for him all the time. And it's like, if you want to talk about like our channel, the Jobbers, um, Kane, in a sense, was the ultimate of jobbers. Like, he lost a lot more than he won, I think, overall. At least the way I remember it as a kid, because I'm always cheering for Kane to win, and he never wins. He goes on for, like I remember Royal Rumble. This was in the early 2000s. He was in the Royal Rumble. He got, like, in first or third, and he went all the way until the end and just got eliminated, like, right at the end. And you're just like, this is,
I think that's when he lost to Austin.
yeah.
He was runner up. Yeah.
If you want to be disappointed all of your wrestling life that you enjoy wrestling, follow Kane. Be a Kane fan because he loses so much.
And I didn't realize, like, I know that you've always mentioned that, and I mean, I didn't realize. I mean, until this last week, um, just like diving into, like, just his history, and a closer look at it. Like, I mean, I've watched it all. I've watched his entire
Yeah.
career, uh, but to actually look at it and like actually see, um, yeah, he lost a lot, and he didn't really have as many titles. I feel that I thought he did or should have had. I don't know.
Three.
At least the like heavy
He's a
championships. Yeah.
three-time champion for
And
as long as he
it kind of
wrestled.
goes right. And it kind of goes like hand in hand with like Cesaro. I mean, in the sense of Cesaro, I feel like he should have a lot more titles. But Kane, I mean, he was
How's that?
I mean, early in his career, he was a singles, but he was mainly with fighting with Taker, Mankind, Rock, Austin, Triple H, so like that main Attitude Era, and then he ended up joining and forming a bunch of tag teams and had a bunch of tag team titles.
Sorry, guys.
So I mean, he's got to be up there with somewhere with the most tag team titles, I would imagine. No.
I didn't follow
Which is
his tag team
that's good.
career too much. I did not care. Like, I don't. I think that WWE tags have been kind of like because I watched the old school tags, and then like they haven't been good for a long while. Like, although Team Hell No was kind of, they're pretty cool. They're pretty fun, but just
They were fun, but it was still just a makeshift tag team. And luckily, the differences between and a lot of people a lot of people don't remember that part of Daniel Bryan because of the yes movement. They don't remember the no movement.
yeah, the Hell
Uh,
No, no.
so there's a big no movement, and he was Daniel Bryan wasn't loved all the time. So yeah, that was a fun storyline. Kane's been involved in some crazy storylines along his career, and we'll get to that going into the middle of his career. But yeah, so he had Isaac Yankem. That lasted about a year, and then he came as
The fake
Diesel. The fake Diesel and the fake Razor Ramon. The whole Diesel and Ramon, with them going to WCW. Vince McMahon has a great idea of just I
Replace.
mean it was smart, and that yeah, and I was just like they just replaced them with Jawbers pretty much. Um, they were around for a decent amount of time. And they had their pay-per-view matches and they had title shots and stuff like that. And then I mean obviously then that just faded. And then that's when he I think that was like 96 ish, and then 97 uh, is when he got involved in the Undertaker story, thanks to Paul Bearer and the fallout between Paul Bearer and Undertaker, and then Paul Bearer threatening, and just accusing of Undertaker of, burning down his family's house and killing the entire family, and then all that survived was
His little brother.
his little brother. And Undertaker's like, no way, Kane was a pyromaniac. Kane started the fire, which then he ended up admitting that he had actually purposely set his family's house on fire. But Paul Bearer was like, well, Kane's back and he's coming to fight you. And, I remember that. Like, that was, I mean, Undertaker was scary enough. Now he has like a evil brother. And it's like, I don't know if I'm ready for this terror again. I mean,
We're having a little bit of a connection problem, so I apologize if you if we break up a little bit here. It was like I really enjoyed Kane when he had the that voice box when he talked like he had the voice box. I thought that was
yep, yep.
for me that was the best Kane personally, because there was a lot of iterations. He went from being masked to us understanding that his face was disfigured. He had that one eye that was like white.
Mm-hmm.
And he went from that, then he was unmasked, and then like it turns out that he was just mentally screwed up, and he actually wasn't scarred, and then eventually the whole thing where the masks, like not wearing masks, fetish I think that the WWE has of just unmasking
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Like Kane got like he got that like mouth cut off so he can talk, and then they removed the mask, and it was just like, okay, man. Like Kane kind of like he diminished after that for me. I think that the beginning Kane with the Undertaker, which is what we're gonna go watch first, is Kane's debut, and Undertaker. I think it was Undertaker or Shawn Michaels, Hell in a Cell, and
Mm-hmm.
Kane just comes in and just rips that door, and that was like that Kane. That Kane was awesome. That with the voice box and the way he like when he feuded with Austin and all the blood falling. I mean, there's a lot of moments for Kane. But we're just gonna kind of outline a little bit. Like we're gonna watch this first part of just Kane coming in. It is a separate segment for In Your House Bad
Mm-hmm.
Blood pay per view, and just a heads up if you guys want to get there. It's in our description, but it's basically the pay per view is called. If you basically have to search Bad Blood. It's BADD Blood BLOOD. So it's two D's on
Yeah.
bad. 1997. You have to put the year in because the WWE Network is pretty wonky, man. So it's Bad Blood BADD Blood 1997. If you search that, uh, it'll pop up, and it's a picture of the Undertaker. And under the Jump 2 moments, we have Kane making his debut. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's actually funny because when I was looking for it, I'm like, oh, Bad Blood, okay, cool. And then I went to the Bad Blood pay-per-views. Well, there's Bad Blood, but Bad's only with one D, and there was I think it was like 2006 and 2007, and then but it's like nope, it's the In Your House Bad
It's in
Blood.
your
And I
house,
was like, well,
Bad
In Your
Blood.
House, and I was like, yeah, yeah. So
I guess if you search In Your House Bad Blood, it might pop up too. But it's In Your House dash Bad Blood 1997, and it's a picture of the Undertaker. So we'll give you a couple minutes to get there. But yeah, for me, I don't know if you have your favorite version of Kane or if you have the version of Kane that you liked. I think it's cool that he became a mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. I think that's just dope.
right,
Um,
right. Well, I mean, he grew up in and his family was his father was in the military, and so he grew up in that like military family ish, and so I'm sure politics was a big part of his uh, family, or at least growing up, whatever. That might not have anything to do with it or anything, but just to point out.
and Kane is Republican too.
Yep,
Which it doesn't matter
yep,
what he is. It doesn't matter what
no,
he is. It's I just think like considering what he was talking about, it was very like, hey, uh, I really like I thought he was a cool dude. Like I don't want to get political. I don't care for either one. So I don't give a damn. Um, but I just
it's still
it's an
cool.
interesting
You know,
fact like what he ran as.
yeah. Right. And it's just like Jesse
Oh yeah.
Ventura, governor of
He was independent though, or he ran as an independent. Yes. Jesse the
Minnesota.
Body.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what he was or anything, but no, but it's just like just as far as outside of wrestling, these guys actually have uh, they're doing other things besides wrestling. It's pretty cool when they do it. They actually do something, and it's like, yeah, no, it's just pretty cool. Vader was a collegiate teacher when he wasn't wrestling. Even during his wrestling career, when he was done for wrestling for a few months, he was teaching in college.
Big Van
And
Vader.
then just Jesse going governor, Kane going into politics, and
Linda McMahon
it's
is,
just
I think
interesting.
she's like a treasury secretary of the Donald Trump's. Like,
Yeah, yeah, she's
and of
something in
course,
there.
Donald Trump was this is definitely going to make one of our naughty or nice Thursday night extravaganzas, but we're going to watch Donald Trump not only get stunned, get a stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin, but we're going to watch Donald Trump shave Vince McMahon's head and attack
It's
Vince
advanced.
McMahon. So, yeah, that's definitely happening on one of them. But, yeah, like, shall we we're almost 30 minutes into our intro. Shall we get
Yeah,
to our very first In Your House Bad Blood pay-per-view? And jump
yep.
to moments, which is Kane makes his debut. And another thing, like while I wait for the commercial to actually air here, so I've noticed now on the Dear WWE Network, this is one more of my gripes. You can add it to a whole list of gripes. Dear WWE Network,
Here, wait. Let me add it to mine as well. Hold on.
oh no, oh no, ah damn. I smell a
All right,
I smell a punishment coming.
we're
All
listening.
right, well, fine, whatever. Dear WWE, your network sucks, donkey dicks, and I mean that. I apologize for saying the word dick. I didn't mean to say the word dick. I apologize. I don't want to say dick. Um, I'm
Thanks.
so sorry for saying dick. Um, please don't ban us because I'm saying dick. I apologize. Monkey huevos. Look at Pages is sending us a picture of a hot dog. Dear WWE, I'm paying for your network. Please, please, please do not play ads on your pay-per-views, on the things before I watch. Like, are you so damn greedy Are you so damn greedy? And you know you have a monopoly. I
They do
can't go
have,
anywhere. And I love the WWE. And I'm just like, it is a frustration of mine. But you don't. I guess you don't have to change anything because there's nothing I can do about it. But even if they're ads for the WWE network, I get it. But
that's what it is. Yeah, it's just ads for the same what you're
I
watching.
please like I don't know. I guess they're trying to promote new shows. I guess I understand, but it's like right now I have it pulled up basically on my iPad, and it's updated on the latest iOS and or iPad OS. And if I leave it, if I like queue something up to watch and I don't press play within like 30 seconds to a minute, it just goes, "Oop, something went wrong." And it just kicks me out. And it's like constantly, no matter
Oh, that's
no
weird.
matter which OS I like. On my phone, it does the same thing. It's just with the iOS. So maybe I should complain to WWE Network. But this is a sort of a plug for them anyway, because our show would not exist without the WWE Network, and so I can taste that thing I was talking about that I don't want to say anymore, all the way deep down into my soul. WWE, you got it. Ah, I am willingly there. So, but anyway, yes. After all that rant, please.
That's it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any. Yeah, I don't really have any issues.
See, but are you're not using
I have them
iOS? I
all.
bet you it's more with the
Uh, true. Yeah, I guess so.
yeah. So maybe it's just for
Uh,
the iOS. I'm the problem.
phone, my phone, and my
Yeah, I got Android. Yeah.
TV.
See. Yeah, I have my phone is an iPhone and I have an iPad.
Yeah, so it's the
It's the
iOS.
iOS, but the
So
WWE is responsible for making it work. I would think. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are there. Thank you, WWE. Plug
yes,
once again. Our show depends on you. I love watching the WWE Network overall. It's great, and so here we are.
I definitely watched it more this year than any other year that I've owned it. That's for
Yeah, me
sure.
too, man. Uh,
But,
I've watched a lot of it. So anyway, the timestamp on this is 2 hours 43 minutes 44 seconds, and it's Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker are battling. So I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to get there. You're probably already there. You're just like, come on, hurry up, jobbers. The problem is we're slow. We're the jobbers. We take our time because we're gonna get our ass
we're,
beat.
we're selling. We are selling
That's right. We're
everything.
selling WWE Network.
Why? Why? Because we make you better.
That's our
That's
next
why.
T-shirt.
So leave us alone.
Page is just called the Sleepy Peepees. I don't have erect. Yeah,
Sleepy
that's our new nickname for erectile dysfunction. It's Sleepy Peepee.
peeps.
She's laughing. She's laughing right now. We got Sleepy Peepee in the house. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look, constantly.
Sleepy. Really? That's crazy. That is
Oh
crazy.
my god. WWE Network, man, you suck. And it doesn't all just kick me out of the that. It kicks me off all my searches too, so I have to research for it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you type in your house
Huh.
bad blood, it's the easiest way to get there. So, okay. I hope you're all there. I hope you're all not having issues with the WWE Network like I am. So, um, I think. Are you ready? We're ready? Hey,
I,
Ethereal Lick is in the
I,
house. Oh no.
I didn't get that. You can also try spelling it.
Oh my god. So my Siri somehow popped up and my camera went,
what's
wow.
up?
We're talking about
How you
wrestling,
doing, Ether?
Ethereal Lick. Ah. He's in the house. In your house.
just just in
Yeah.
time. Just in time for some
Yeah,
bad
cue
blood.
team music. So, Etherealic, the way we do this, because he's never. I just met him today. Cool dude. We're lucky he's not on screen because he's gonna hit us with his swingy pee-pee. Inside joke. From the top rope. He's gonna do it from the top rope. The way we do this is, I don't know even if you have the WWE Network. Thank you for joining us, but we are kind of pulling up a couple of matches on the WWE Network, and we're going to watch along. So I completely understand if you don't want to hang around. Our show on Tuesdays that we do, which is, we call it the Jawbers, on the JawberReport every Tuesday, is on Bigo, and that's where we really tune in with our all of our fans as well, and we just talk and we bring people live and all that cool stuff. I appreciate your support. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. On Tuesday, yeah, if you want to jump in and talk any wrestling that you know, or you got any cool stories, just come join us for our JawberReport. But yeah, we're about to start. I think Steven and Paige are ready. Although Paige is she's making some chicken wings right now. We are at 8 p.m. Mountain, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. Sorry, Etherealic is asking what time. On Tuesdays on Bigo, Bigo. 7 Pacific. My friend, I apologize because this is an unusual. Sorry, guys, for all you that are waiting. I apologize, Etherealic. The friend to my right. Oh my God, Siri is she's losing her mind every time I say her name. She's like, "How can I help?" Is Mr. Big D. He's a Bigo superstar legend. I am a jabroni on Bigo, so I just assume everybody knows Big D. This is Mr. Big D. Check him out. What's your Bigo handle? Is it at the?
Well, you can follow me at my ID is Big Dan the Man. That's me. I am now the Big Jobber. That is now my actual name. Yeah. So, but you can follow me at Big Dan the Man.
And then Big D, his name is a double entendre.
Or triple. Or quadruple.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
everything that you think Big D means, you're right.
It is. It is. Yeah, sure, I'll type it right in.
Big D is our, he's our protection. At the Jobber, with the Jobber protection, Big D is that's right, Jobber Protection Agency. I just talk shit. I just talk shit, and then I'll just back up a little and just let D walk into the room.
It just smells. It just smells so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Oh.
That's why I keep this side of my headphones away as much as possible, so I'm not getting all that.
Oh yeah, that crazy sauce I'm spewing. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for this. Thank you, Etherealic. Thanks for joining us. Join us Tuesday. We have a lot of fun on Tuesdays and Thursdays, man. If you do get the network, join us. We watch some crazy things. And even if you're not that much of a wrestling fan, we're going to show you some great matches, and we also pull up some horrific things, on our Thursday night, Naughty or Nice. We've watched Invisible Man wrestle. We watched faces broken, legs broken, horrific match. We watched the blow up doll wrestle. We watched David Arquette win the WCW Championship. I mean, we do pull out some crazy stuff. So,
RoboCop. Man. You can't.
We had RoboCop. I mean, all these things, like some crazy things that happen in wrestling history. And yeah, man. Even if you don't have it, just chill with us, and I might pull up the screen and just show a picture or two of it. That might be the next thing we do, just for people that are listening to us. But we're gonna start this. We're 40 minutes in without a clip. We talked about Kane's history. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, and Big D enjoys Kane as well. Um, so yes, we are in your house. Bad Blood. 2 hours, 43 minutes, 44 seconds. Without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, play. And we have The Undertaker with a steel chair, and boom, that's how they used to do it back in the day, ladies and gentlemen. Steel chair, straight in the head. That's not a fake steel chair. I will put this here so Pages can see too if she wants. The Undertaker, they're Hell in a Cell, and boom, just lights go out. This is the very first moment that Kane shows up, and you can. This is it.
So did you see? When did you see that? Did you see this like at that time?
No.
Or,
I
like,
did not see. Here comes Kane. This is it, man. I don't think we're allowed to hear anything either, but
yeah.
Kane is Undertaker is shell shocked like Kane, just ripping that door off the cell. Just look how badass he is. He's getting in the cell. Oh, Earl Hebner gets it. Earl Hebner gets tossed into the cage, and here comes Kane and the Undertaker. And Undertaker just shocked to hell. I'm doing this for people that don't have the WWE network. And they're staring at each other face to face. Undertaker, I've never seen that man quiver, but his lip just did. And they're staring at each other. And Kane, I think Kane is slightly taller than the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yep, this is just a long stare. Kane is raising his arms. Oh, fire in the cell. Ooh, right there.
He was a 24/7, 365, 2020. Well, not 2020, but he was a 24/7 champion last year.
Oh.
But first title he's ever won under his real name.
He just tombstoned the shit out of the Undertaker. Kane does no longer wrestle, Pages. Kane is now the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. It's for real. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. He just came in with Paul Bearer, took care of Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner, who is the human ragdoll of wrestling referees.
Paul Bearer just poured a whole bottle of water over Earl Hebner.
And here comes Shawn Michaels. Blood. This is real wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Ew.
He's holding the Undertaker. Yeah, Shawn Michaels is a bloody mess. He's pinned the Undertaker. Here comes Earl Hebner selling that ref weakness. One.
Yes. It's the Fiend, Kane, Undertaker, the kind of all.
It is over.
Especially with that red light.
Yeah, look at that cut. Like, Michaels really bladed himself there. But that was the debut of Kane. It just came in, Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood, In Your House, 1997, ripped. Or here comes Triple H. Undertaker's out. Or here comes Chyna. Rest in peace, Chyna. Yeah, she's dead. She has passed away. Chyna has passed away. I think drugs, issues with drugs. Don't quote me on that. But that's, you're watching. So, right before Kane came in, Shawn Michaels got hit with a chair, like, straight on. Like, just popped with a real chair. And they don't do that anymore, of course. But, I don't want people to get hurt. But damn, man, when you see those chairs, man, they're vicious. Especially the fact that they're not doing them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that is our first clip, and we'll just let it. They're walking Shawn Michaels, who is just a bloody mess, thanks to Kane and his debut. And Kane actually almost missed this, because his friend who's supposed to pick him up and take him to the arena took him to a totally different arena in a different town. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, so you know. Oh, Snapples.
Oh yeah, that's where it was. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's where it was. I was thinking it was the little animated story time that WWE has on the network. I was seeing there was a story time episode.
They talk about Kane. It is so cool. The fire. That's the first time the fire came out of the turnbuckles, out of the posts, and it's just how cool was that?
This
man?
That was a rough tombstone there. That was a very.
He kind of spun two different directions, trying to figure out where the best camera shot was. It is indeed Snapples,
Right.
Etherealic. It is Snapples, man.
Snapples.
He snappled Shawn Michaels. Earl Hebner got snappled. The Undertaker got snappled. Everybody got snappled on this one. And that is it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Undertaker is in shock. And that was the debut of Kane. How cool was that?
Yeah, it's one thing that's still kind of weird is the cover photo for In Your House Bad Blood. Undertaker holding up his own head. He's holding a head, and it's himself.
They have been ambiguous artists since day one, WWE, and making you think. That's some deep existential shit, that cover is what that is. And I'm gonna let everyone know. We're just gonna queue up our next thing, and we can talk about it. But it's the next match that I had. So I'm a big fan of Kane, so I took upon myself. I picked two things for Kane, and Big D picked one, and we're gonna alternate. So next Sunday, Big D is gonna pick whoever he enjoys, and he's gonna feature him, and I'll just pick one thing that I liked. But I picked, so Kane has lost a lot, as we talked about, okay? So, the very first, he only won the WWE Championship 3 times, considering how long he wrestled. And the very, very first win, which was not expected, and was overshadowed, and this is what was fun, but he was on the King of the Ring 1998, and he was actually the main event of the evening. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kane in the first blood match, so whoever bleeds loses. However, do you want to jump in on this one? Why did we have a problem? Why was this overshadowed?
Because of his brother. Just like his whole life. No, I mean the Undertaker Mankind Hell in a Cell match.
The infamous.
Right before. The infamous throw off the top of the Hell in a Cell. And the crazy thing is that part of that match was so far in the beginning. And then just him getting on the stretcher, going, then coming back, and then getting back up on the top of that cage, and then getting choke slammed through the cage. His tooth falling out, popping up, getting stuck in his nose. And that was just a crazy match. And just what I easily the most iconic bump of all time by Mick Foley, just getting thrown off that 25, 30 foot steel cage and
Hell in a Cell,
barely landing on that table.
Whew.
And just the injuries that he had and went through. And it's just crazy that, I mean, even when I was back checking, I mean, and you've always mentioned it, but it's like before that, I always kind of remembered that as like the main thing, the main event, but it wasn't. Yeah, the Kane and Austin match, which, and we'll see at the end of the match, people that get involved. But
considering that, Mick Foley shows up. So Etherealic, I appreciate you showing up, man. Oh, We have okay, so we have a little bit of a issue, but we're good. Etherealic, I appreciate you, man, showing up. Thank you for being in, keeping an ear out. You will not hurt our feelings in any way, dude. You don't have to stick around if wrestling is not your thing. I appreciate you showing up. No hard feelings, no pressure, nothing. But this was when that 1998 King of the Ring Mankind match versus The Undertaker, Big D. That was one of the most iconic moments in wrestling fucking history. And as you said, as you described it so aptly, the whole thing was just nuts, and then you had the main event of the evening.
Which was still, I mean, a great match, but it's just one of those things of how do you follow?
Don't.
How do you follow? And they don't, but they did.
They do, like, so. Watch the bump. So we're watching the whole match. I want you to watch it. I'll point it out. The bump Austin takes on concrete, and that's a ridiculous bump. And just to try to and really real quick note on Austin too. He had his right elbow or left elbow, whichever elbow was like infected. He had a staph infection. And he just, like, 3 hours before this, he got out of the hospital. They wanted to keep him in the hospital longer. He got out of the hospital to wrestle this match. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just one of the.
Bad,
what was it again?
This was the
Austin had. The injury Austin had.
Oh, for his elbow? He had a staph infection?
Yeah. You just said it. I think you might have just said it, but I was zoned down. But okay, yeah, it was a staph infection.
So that is going to be King of the Ring. You can't miss this one. King of the Ring, 1998. Yeah, baby. And you might have to where's King of the Ring? There it is. It's a picture of Sable, actually.
Woo!
Yeah, and
don't know Sable. She's a great women's champion.
She's like the Mae Young of today's wrestling at this point. Although I don't want to say it too loud because she is married to Brock Lesnar. And with all due respect, even if you're there, Big D, Brock Lesnar is...
Is she really?
She's married to Brock Lesnar, yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was listening to Mark Marrow's podcast with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and like he was always talking to her, and they were married and they had a kid, and all of a sudden, like he realized that she was dating Brock Lesnar, and there's nothing he could do about it. Yeah, it's like,
forget that. No.
Yeah, I bow out of that one. And props to Brock Lesnar and Sable. But this match was right after Kane. There's a big incident on Raw where Kane poured like this blood on Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it was really eerie segment. And he talked on his voice box, and just this is the coolest Kane as far as I'm concerned. And he's right now. This is after the Hell in a Cell went down, and we are at 2 hours 18 minutes and 3 seconds. Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Etherealic, we appreciate you. Yeah. Am I counting down? For some reason, we always take turns on the countdown. Never mind. I hope y'all there. I hope everybody's at King of the Ring 1998. I guess this is a little bit more of my production. Paige is just being very interesting right now. And yep, she's breaking things around us, right? Yep, Paige is just ready to watch this. But anyway, King of the Ring, 1998. 2 hours, 18 minutes, 3 seconds in 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. It's a super wide shot of the Hell in a Cell. Howard Finkel.
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 Finkelmania.
I have a tinkle in my Finkel. Stephen Miller is saying go Cowboys tonight. That I'll let that slide. I don't care. Go Cowboys. Cool. The crowd is cheering. Yeah, Raiders won today, by the way. Kane is coming in. Hellfire and brimstone.
Beat those Browns.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I think of the Browns, I think flush. I think somebody dropped a Kane mask or something on the floor, and they're trying to use their sign to pull it.
They're trying to get it right.
It's not gonna happen.
Man,
I'm sorry, Pages. I don't know if you're. Okay, cool.
They just be throwing stuff at people, and they're just getting. Paul Bear just gets so much stuff thrown at him.
And this was like, also back in the day where they had like Steven is telling us, oh, Saints beat the Bears. Good. Somebody needs to beat the Bears. This was back in during the day. I mean, he was definitely getting better, but it was a little smoky. Look at Pages. It's getting all football here. Should we be watching like Sunday Night Football right now? Here comes game. Now, have you been in the arena? Have you watched Kane at all live?
Once.
I don't know if you remember the fire. Pyro.
Not this. Well, I mean, yeah.
That's intense. Like the fire in the arena, it's like even if you're sitting a little further away, man, that heat wave.
The heat, the smell.
Yeah, dude, it's like I can only imagine.
I saw him and going against the Big Show in a cage
here
match.
Comes Stone Cold Steve Austin. The glass is shattered, and he's got that big old arm pad. A wrap around his arm. Whew. And here he comes. Stone Cold is flying off the ropes. Oh man, Luthez press. I still remember that move. Luthez press.
That was one of the best moves to pick in the wrestling game. You start up every match with a Luthez press, and then do it about 20 times.
It's more difficult to do because we didn't have ropes. Like most of the times when we wrestle backyard, he already took the turnbuckle off. Actually, it comes to turn out it turns out that the turnbuckle is that connecting part. Remember, because we're trying to figure out that is the turnbuckle, and Austin is exposed that he's like, yep, screw this, I'm gonna make him bleed immediately. Which is, if you watch an Austin match, like you're watching somebody who's so aware of the ring and so aware of what's happening in the match. Like it's a first blood match, right? And what are you seeing? Like Austin immediately, he's going for it, he's jumping, he's going straight, and he's immediately taking the turnbuckle. It's like, I'm trying to get this done.
I mean, I would think the first thing would probably either be, probably try and take the mask off. Going to be hard to make someone bleed with the mask.
Well, that is, gives away the result of this match. But what are you gonna do? Like, he can't take Kane's mask off. That's his like trademark. So, even like you're still limited as to what you can do in the ring. But you're right. You're absolutely right. If
do you want to lose or do you want to win?
Well, that's true, but I think he's going to be in hot water if he takes his mask off. So, like, there's no way for Kane to lose this first blood match, because, like, look, his whole body's covered, and he just got thrown off the top rope, but he just lands right back on it. Look, his whole body, like, the only thing that's not covered on Kane is his left hand.
Left hand. His neck.
Oh man, okay, his neck a little bit. All right, a little bit.
But his left hand. You can't. I mean, he's a righty, so.
So where
who cares? That left. So take a razor to the left hand, make him bleed. But no, he has to bleed from his head.
And
apparently,
somebody's lowering the
find
cage.
out. Yeah, the cage is coming down.
Oh, now, preference. Quick question. I'm just kind of wondering what you think. Do you like when they had this barricade, or do you like what they have now, which is like that padded barricade?
Um, I guess I like the one now. I didn't mind this barricade. Um, obviously when they got thrown into it and stuff, you saw them, uh, you know, hit it a lot. Oh yeah, I like the new barrier though.
Oh, dude,
Oh, this is where Austin almost gets
crushed by the cage.
crushed by the
Yeah,
cage.
like I'm gonna have to find that match with like, look, he's trying to, Kane is trying to hold Austin, and he like no,
Bro.
no. Oh, Austin's holding the cage. He's strong. He's pushing it. Ah, nope, nope. So there
Man,
was a
that
match with Seth Rollins. Oh, look, Austin's gonna get that crushed on him.
oh, they're moving it over.
It's not. It's very movable. But they had a match with Seth Rollins where the cage was coming down, and I've talked about this a few times. But it had these spikes that went to the ground, and he almost got impaled by that. Um, so I'm gonna pull that match up for Naughty or Nice as well.
Hmm.
And so it's sort of a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. Was it was it Bearer that put it down? Did they ever show who put it down or no?
Um,
I don't remember. I don't.
it could be Vince McMahon. It could be The Undertaker.
I should know if they ever mentioned it or anything.
I think The Undertaker is with Kane at this point, at this time. Oh, whoop. I think he almost got the camera guy. Stephen Miller is multitasking. Oh man, you just look how cool Kane looks, bro. Like look at that. Oh, he went face first there for sure.
Nope. Now it's going up.
Yeah, they got the works here. He's lifting the cage up. Oh no. And Austin, like, I like Austin was a great wrestler. There's still some things I like. I was just choking him there while raising up. Oh damn!
Right.
Oh, he landed on his feet. Can you imagine if he flipped over and landed? Like those mats are not that thick. They're like twice as thick now, I think.
Right.
And this is the benefit of not having a Hell in a Cell. They can just go anywhere. Oh, look, he's all grabbing on Stone Cold. Oh, look.
Oh, look at the Corbin, all those Corbin fans. Man, I didn't know there was Corbin fans back in the day.
Corbin was wrestling inside his mama.
Inside his mouth. No, probably not. No, he was alive. Someone.
And then here's the bump. Here's the bump.
If
Here's
he,
the bump. Watch what Stone Cold
if
just
he was,
boom on the concrete. On the concrete, man. That's a tough. Like I don't know.
what's up, Sable?
McMahon and Sable. Dude, that's a bump. That's a hell of a bump on concrete.
Yeah. You think he landed like that? No, I mean, like didn't at least turn that way, maybe to avoid hitting his elbow.
Maybe, but he kind of half-assed it. Like half of his body
Right.
fell.
Right. That left shoulder really.
None of this is padded, and that's when you think like, is wrestling real? It's predetermined. That's about it. Nope.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
Austin's missing these kicks and elbows. But here's another bump. Like, look at this is a hell of a bump. Once again. Oh. Oof. Oof.
I mean, yeah, this is just a little dinky ramp.
Yeah.
Their setup really wasn't. It was very grungy and raw.
I'm surprised Earl Hebner is
Um,
not because he was just yelling at Paul Bearer. I'm surprised Earl Hebner is not like wanting to get some revenge and just pouring some water in Earl Hebner. Oh, how cool is that, man? Like, look, it was a little more like smoky and dingy back in the day, you know.
Mhm.
Like he had an atmosphere. It wasn't as clean like these, like he had some rough. Oh man, is he gonna? Oh, just
Oh, that popcorn.
maybe some popcorn.
Mick Foley's behind the curtain there, picking up all that popcorn so he could take it.
Well, yeah, wasn't he the one that had that gigantic bag of popcorn, or who was it that swung that to try to hit
Yeah,
the
no,
British Bulldog, or was it
Mick
Mick Foley? Okay.
Foley
Yeah,
had it. Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing though. Is that he would actually, that's what he would use. That's what he would eat when he would travel from city to city. He would eat the leftover pop from the food vendors, the leftover popcorn. He would just take a huge giant bag of it, put it in his car, and that was the food that he ate for like the next 3 days, traveling from
I
state
feel
to
like
state.
absolute garbage if I just eat popcorn.
Well, it's Mick Foley. I mean, he wore the same clothes and just
Oh,
he was a
I
very
think he
very
enjoyed
cheap,
pain, but here's Stone Cold is on the
very
offense now. Um, that is an interesting story. That is a cool
cheap.
story. I did not know that. Have you ever thought
Uh,
about Stone Cold and his finisher, the stunner, and how he cannot deliver that outside the ring?
no, no, that's true. If he did, that would
Yep.
hurt. That would hurt.
I guess he
Oh,
could do it on the mats, but even then, that would hurt.
I mean, still, I mean, just jumping in the air and landing on your tailbone anyway. What was that? Was that a
I don't
booger?
know. He
Was that Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn on his finger there?
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get that reference, you gotta check out our promo section of our
that's it.
playlist.
That promo
And
is up, by the way. It's the second one in our episode 1. Oh,
there goes it.
Earl.
Oh,
Oh,
Earl.
Earl.
Oh, don't touch him. Don't touch.
Oh, Earl. Earl just like when he would get hit, when he would get thrown around. I mean, you just like, oh, it's like somebody just whacked him with a sledgehammer. I mean, he was out. Like even a little flick, Earl's like, oh my god. Like, oh, that was one of the cooler moves that Kane did. Just jump from the top rope.
Flying
Yeah.
clothesline. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just like how cool is cool looking is Kane? Look at Earl Hebner just betting himself on the ground. And you're like booger in our nose. We're gonna flick you.
Get ready to be flecked.
I'll put our logo up for a little bit.
Look how many people are there.
It is
Man.
packed. I mean, they were selling out house. Ooh. They were selling out house. I mean, Stone Cold era, you know.
No sell those stomps there.
That's a problem. You can only get so many stomps, and then
Right. You can only do this so many times before it gets too ridiculous. But speaking of fans, they did announce their limit of fans at WrestleMania this year. They're allowing, if it happens,
5.
whatever. But subject to change, there's going to be 15,000
Oh wow.
fans in attendance. compared to like the usual like 95,000 or so. Oh, look who it is!
Dun, dun,
Look
dun,
who's coming
dun,
running
dun,
down.
dun, dun,
Those are tires screeching, not a cat.
dun.
In case anybody's. But yes, Mankind has Mick Foley, I guess, has come down to the
Is he
ring.
trying to help Kane? Oh, stunner on Foley.
Oh, he's still got the thumbtacks in his boots.
Oh.
He hasn't changed at all. It's just his tooth is in his nose still, probably.
Ooh.
Oh, Stone Cold Stunner. I just realized the cage on it's still
Yep.
hanging.
So yeah, just here comes the
Oh.
Undertaker with a chair. So this was after. So I think Undertaker broke his ankle too during that Hell in a Cell, and so you got Mankind who went through all that carnage. Oh, Undertaker got Stone Cold. It wasn't meant for Stone Cold. I guess
Did he
okay.
was he just blading when he was down?
Yes, I think that this is
Okay.
when Stone Cold blades right here. Look at he's just gonna pick him up like a bag. Look at this. Ooh, come on, Earl. Oh.
That's why they wear wristbands.
Well, they wear wristbands for grip as well when they do Irish whips and just general grip, but they also store it there. They store it in their tights. Oh, that's gasoline right there. Why Earl Hebner out of all people? And these chairs are real, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Stone Cold is fighting back. Poked him in the eye.
He's got really good aim. Poke him in the eye. He's got really good aim.
Kane's still holding on to the chair.
I was still confused though, and yeah, Kane hit Taker with the chair, and
I think Taker was. Oh,
that's right. Well, because Undertaker and Kane were still they were together.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
Saw. So this is the very first times that Kane won the WWF Championship at the time.
So mad. That's the weirdest. I hated this pallbearer. I hated the non-pale, black-haired pallbearer. But man, Austin is just. Once again another iconic image. And it just ends.
WrestleMania 13. It must have been. So it was probably Vince McMahon that sent the Undertaker. Everyone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's it. That was that. We saw. So for all you who are fans of Kane, you got to see him win a championship, and this is about as clean as he would win it, if that makes sense. He was very much a jobber, just like us. And it was good to see a jobber win a championship. And another little note before we watch our next match, which is from 2002, or no, 2012. So that's 14 years. And he still has only won 3 championships, WWE Heavyweight Championships, just 3. But after this match, because of the way it finished, Kane hung on to the title for even less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost it on Raw the next day to Stone Cold Steve Austin. So this was like, if you want to see Kane actually win something, this is this is your chance. So this is why I picked this match. And he was overshadowed
especially
by Mick Foley. So imagine that.
Right. Not only the match, the Hell in a Cell match, but then Mankind and Taker ended up both getting involved in his own match during his match.
Yep.
So, Yeah, I can't. I can't think. I mean, I can look and see, but I can't think of any like individual titles besides that one that he had won. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, I can't. I can't just think off the top of my head.
I can't either. So that's why I
So
picked
like,
this one. This was the very first one.
yeah, no, that was a. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, he went through that. I mean, he came. I mean, like we mentioned. I mean, he came in WWE or WF just the right time. You just get that. Came in with especially when he came back with the Taker. And then he went through all the Attitude Era, and yeah, I mean he sustained and maintained, and he stuck with it. Not only with his early on gimmicks, but just his career.
He was a company man through and through. He was very much like the Undertaker. He just did what they asked him to do and didn't complain about it. And I tell you what, it was frustrating being a fan of Kane because you're always like, come on, you got to beat somebody. And every once in a while he would, but it would always be like this, like we just watched.
Right. Yeah, no, he went on to have some weird, crazy feuds. One that I remember because I just most recently watched around the early 2000s was a feud that he had with Matt Hardy. He got involved with Lita, and we find out that Lita ended up getting pregnant, and Matt Hardy was just like, oh, he thought he was nope. Kane comes in and he's like, no, I'm the father. He impregnated her so that he could get, he wanted to spawn. He wanted a child, and it was weird. And it got to a point where like Lita was costing him matches to make him angry, and he went to go choke slam her, but then he stopped and realized that she was doing it on purpose to force him to pretty much help get rid of the baby. And it turns out, and Gene Snitsky, his debut was against Kane. And he came up, Lita was in the ring, Kane was in the ring, Snitsky's in the ring with a chair, hits Kane from behind the back. Kane gets hit with the chair and falls into Lita, eventually causing the death of Kane's spawn. There was a storyline with him and Triple H, and Triple H accused him of murdering this woman and having sex with her dead body.
Coffin. We actually watched that.
Yep. And that was crazy. Yeah, there's a lot. He was involved in a lot of crazy feuds.
Yeah, that's one thing he, didn't have a shortage of was crazy feuds. And,
right. Yeah. No.
And he was always like he was one of those people that no matter how much he lost, he still had credibility. He was a big man on campus. He was Undertaker's brother. He could hurt you, and even though he lost more than he won, he still had that weight to him. So, when you talk about not having jobbers today, Kane was one of those. In a sense, he was a legit jobber, really.
Exactly. I was just listening to someone the other day. They were mentioning about the word jobber and how it just portrayed as such a negative word. It's not. You're just weird. They were meant to. Yeah, they didn't necessarily. They don't win. They're not out there to win. But put on good matches. Still wrestle. Still, do your job. But you just don't necessarily win but yeah, you still put on a good match, and you make that, you do the best you can in a match, get the best you can out of that crowd, and you help lift, the person that you're fighting, and make sure that they're coming out higher than they were when they come into a match. That's a true jobber.
That's like not realizing how important is the background in a painting.
Right.
It's like the background. Like you cannot make a mark unless there's a background, and that's like jobbers are important. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole show. Like I sometimes I wonder. I think, and we should probably talk about this on our Tuesday night show. But I think that wrestling has the least amount to do with wrestling. Like, does that make sense?
Right. Oh yeah, we mention that all the time. Yeah.
So it's all like they all work together. The audience is just as important. The ref is important. The rules are important. Like So if you don't have someone to lose, then you're in trouble. And if you start losing, if your main event talent is starting to lose, they
Even though the likes of Triple H, you consider Triple H a huge jobber, especially at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Triple H is probably one of the worst records at WrestleMania. Even John Cena, he had his moments, where he would lose a lot. That's what, maybe not necessarily throughout the feud, but that end of the feud, or the two matches in between the four matches of a feud, he would lose them, and he would just build up his opponent, and then still not really lose himself as much as putting them up, so then they can continue just a hot feud. And I think that's a problem that we have these days. Is and I think that's why a lot of these feuds fail or get just so stale, because they can't put over. And I don't know if it's just all ego, and they're like, no, if we put someone over, then we're screwed for the rest of our career.
It's more of a competition now. It's actually a lot more about wrestling now.
Right. Well, like, back in the day, I mean, you had like Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake. I knew. I think we mentioned it Thursday or whatever. Just how they didn't want to put people over.
We love you too, Pages. We love you too.
Once you lose that, like you mentioned, once you lose that credibility, can't. It's so hard to get back.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is very hard to get that back, and it's like you look at I don't want to get too far off on this tangent, because I think this is one of those dead horses we've been beating.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as jobbing goes.
Oh yeah,
so.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, and Kane, throughout all of his jobbing, he still was in a story. He still, he invented himself over and over.
A legitimate threat.
Yeah, and he stayed in it, but he stuck with the times, and he adapted, and he ends up being corporate Kane at one point, with Triple H and Seth Rollins, and then he was a heel, he was a face, but he was just always around for 20 years.
I would as far as jobbers go, it's important, it's needed, because then the main event talent, like you were saying, like you need to build credibility, and the fact like the main event talent, they keep on winning, that means they're good. You're building them up as good. But even and so when they lose, it matters. It means something. When Stone Cold lost, it meant something because he didn't lose much. When Goldberg lost, like everybody heard about it,
Right.
And with Kane, like he Undertakered his career as well. Like Undertaker adapted to the times, very much, and so and Kane was like listening to Undertaker's podcast on a podcast, listening to Kane on a podcast. They both talked about how influential Undertaker was on his career, and the Undertaker was basically he was kind of the locker room leader. He was the general, and he was, from the sounds of it, pretty fair, and always looked out for Kane. And Kane had a very similar career in the sense of being able to reinvent himself and really,
never,
yeah,
never lose his name, really. I mean, he was always Kane. Yeah, whether he was the Demon Kane or Corporate Kane or
Machine,
whatever. You know, it's just he was the Kane was, you know, cemented from '97 to, you know, I mean, 2000, probably 16 or so. I mean, then he kind of like then he was just all more in the politics and wasn't really wrestling. But like I said, he came back, and it was actually when they were in Tennessee, and he ended up pinning R-Truth
as the mayor.
24. Yeah, that was his one and only title that he won with his real name. So it wasn't Kane that won the title. It was Glenn Jacobs.
So Kane didn't win that title once again.
But
that was cool. Yeah, definitely check that out on the network, or you can even check it out on YouTube. But that was cool because he was on the Knoxville. So what was Tennessee? Like he was one of the colleges in Tennessee. I'm not big on colleges. He pinned R-Truth right there. Boom, just.
Yep, knocked him. Well, it was actually funny. He didn't even have to do anything. He just, I think, R-Truth was funny. He ran into the goalpost, and then he ended up giving the title back to R-Truth. So he never technically got pinned, but he forfeited the 24/7
in less
championship.
Than 24 hours.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
There you go.
He's kind of like the male version of like Sasha Banks, apparently.
The balls.
But then so now we're getting into this last segment here that I had picked. Like I said, I mean there was just he had so many feuds and matches, in his career and storylines. This had stood out to me. It's kind of recent. I mean, 2012. I mean, that was still 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago now, because this was in January, I believe, maybe December. It might have been the end of the year.
December 16th.
Whatever. Yeah. And this was the also the beginning of the Shield. I was just going through this pay-per-view, and it was cool to see who was. And this is 2012. I mean, Cesaro was there, but that was
Cesaro.
This is actually one of the. This is actually one of the named, and I didn't realize it, but I mean, I was looking at like when this match was. Like I had this match in my head, and I had it written down. I believe. For a potential Thursday match to watch. But this actually goes down as one of the people feel is one of the best Kane matches in his career. I mean, obviously I saw it once at least.
I haven't seen this one, so
but I don't necessarily remember it. Well, this is another. I mean, it's Team Hell No, which is Daniel Bryan and Kane. Daniel Bryan was all about no. He had the chance of no. And I believe it was AJ Lee was like a commissioner or some sort.
Wasn't he supposed to marry her later on? Daniel Bryan. No,
Kane?
Daniel Bryan.
Danny Bryan. I don't
I
really
remember I was at the
remember.
1000 episode of Raw, and they had a wedding between Daniel Bryan and AJ Lee, I believe.
Oh, okay.
This was around that
I
time.
don't remember.
So,
Okay. But yeah, but she wanted them to go to therapy, and this therapist is just trying to make them become like best friends, and
fun
um,
segments.
they
Fun
just
segments.
yeah, oh, lot of yeah, so many of them. And they went over in the crowd so bad. Like that was awesome. That was a really cool
Very, very
experience.
fun. Like
Um,
I remember the one where he wrote like they were writing in journals and something, and he took the journal and threw it in the basket and did his Kane thing. Where he lifted his arms and the trash can
oh,
just blew up.
oh, there was one where he's sitting in therapy and he had that big metal helmet on as a mask at this time, and they're like, if you don't mind, if you can, you know, take your mask off, whatever, and then he just takes that off, and then underneath he still has his regular mask on. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, there's a lot of funny segments, and it went on for a while. They ended up they had become tag team champions. Like even throughout their matches, they would get mad at each other for they would tag each other in, they would tag themselves in, and they would just get so annoyed with each other. And there was actually a part where Kane was on the top rope, and Daniel Bryan just came over and just pushed him off the top rope, and he ended up body splashing on I can't remember who it was, but because of that, that's how they won to the champions. And then it just started. I'm tag team champions, and Kane would come back. I'm tag team champions, and they were just always fighting with each other.
Yeah, that was like I watched
And
a
then
lot of those. That was fun, man. That was
yeah,
fun. That was very fun.
then they came up with a team name of Team Hell No. And so this match, they team up with Ryback, and they take on the Shield. And yeah, it was at this time Ryback was a big deal. I like
I was a fan
Ryback,
of
but
Ryback.
yeah, unfortunately, him and Vince McMahon did not get along, and that's been coming out in the air a lot more these last couple of days of a lot of stuff that's been going on. But yeah, so this was a 6-man tag so it's at TLC 2012.
Yeah.
So if you go in your TLC and just search it up, tables of TLC 2012.
Yeah, just searching TLC 2012 would pull it up. So
yep. It's on your Jump 2 section, and it's at where were we? It went back. 1 hour and 7 minutes on the dot. On the dot.
I'm there.
Yeah. But again, I mean, I don't remember seeing it as I'm trying to remember. I mean, and maybe rewatching it, I will remember maybe what stood out about it. But I think it was just that. I think at that time, this might have been my at least favorite Kane since the original. And I think like this is when I was like, I really became like a fan of Kane in a sense. His humor came out. It was just a hilarious.
Yeah, he had good timing. Good timing. Good
Yeah,
comedic
yeah.
timing.
That and I mean, like he had fun. So it was really cool.
All right,
But yeah.
let's do this business.
All right. So I will. If you're ready, I'm ready. I'm sure all the jawbronies are ready.
Yeah, I got something wrong again.
Oh, oops.
WWE, damn it. Your app on iPad sucks. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So TLC 2012, 1 hour, 7 minutes. Team Hell No and Ryback versus The Shield. And we will start it in 3 and 2 and 1. And there we go. There we go.
6-man tag team. TLC. So are they? So is this a pin thing or are no
Yeah. But
disqualifications?
they can use tables, ladders, chairs,
By
pinfall or submission.
yeah. Oh, there it is. Always came out first. Rarely ever had an entrance last. That's
Right.
another thing that always kind of just bothered me until I did not realize anything about Jawbers. Like he kind of looks funny here, even though he's not trying anything. He's got a totally different walk. He's not doing his Kane thing, his old school Kane thing. Although he will step over the ropes.
Yeah. And he'll get in the center of the ring and he'll do his fire.
Yeah, like I knew, like if he did his fire first, that means he generally lost. Oh. Like.
We never didn't mention his acting career. He did and I see No Evil too. I hadn't seen No Evil too, but there's Daniel Bryan.
I haven't seen either one of those movies, so.
See, no, it was pretty decent.
It's like I knew Triple H was not. He could not act well. Neither could Stone Cold, and The Rock really took him a while to get there. So. And Batista, on the other hand, is just so natural.
Oh yeah, love it. No. See, I mean, it was just crazy because these people had no idea they're doing the yes movement right now. Like Daniel Bryan planted the seed of that yes movement so early, and then it just blew up. When it blew up, man, there you go. Daniel Bryan and Kane never really did get along, and Ryback. Shout out to Ryback,
man. He's gigantic.
I enjoy his YouTube channel. He eats. He does like food competition kind of thing. Food challenges. Food.
Okay, I thought you said fruit challenges. I'm like, that's a very specific thing to do. I was like, well, you have a food eating competition? Yeah, but I only eat fruit.
No, he'll eats a lot like spicy stuff, really spicy things, or he'll eat on his cheat days. There's one video he spent like $3,500 on McDonald's fast food or something. And just that was like his cheat day. He just plowed through it.
Oh my god, the amount of food that he eats, and look how big he is, dude. Like, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
The S word, so yeah, but
no, he ended up getting injured, and that's where his career's been on hold for the last couple of years. But actually seeing his progress, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, he had some stem cell stuff done. Here comes the Shield, by the way. He had the cell stem done somewhere in South America with. Kevin Nash.
Mm-hmm.
So he really had a decently serious back injury, and that's part of the reason I think that he had issues in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Kane is still. How tall is Kane? Like 6'8"?
I mean, he's billed at least on Wikipedia. He's billed at 7 foot.
He's a little shorter than that.
Me and him, we're in the same family. So with this match, yeah, they're just right on their way. But yeah, you got Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman
Ah,
Reigns. Oh man,
Ramen.
Roman Reigns. Look how he's just tiny.
He was the um,
Them,
that's
them with their
back in the day
vests.
when he was the tribal queef.
This tribal queef. Just a scent in the
Yeah, like
air.
see, yeah, that's the issue. The issue with being a queef is that you still sound funny, but you're not legit enough to smell funny.
Right.
Oh, like, he's starting to
Oh,
step. He's starting to step.
that's how you believe him.
Oh. These chops remind me of this the NXT UK match between Walter and Dragunov.
Oh, did you see the? Did
I
you see
had
that
to watch
video?
it. It
Oh
was
man,
like and what's funny is oh, look at that, Luthez Pret. Oh, he didn't finish it though. He didn't do the Stone Cold punches. Um, yeah, we'll talk about it sometime for sure. But that was the fact that Dave Meltzer uh, said that was one of the best matches, like from WWE type of thing. I was like, I don't
hmm
know if,
yeah, he came out. He came out with that report
yeah,
quick.
like that was like, it just,
It was like next day.
I don't, I'm not sure if Dave Meltzer understands wrestling. I'm really not sure because like I would disagree with him wholeheartedly. It is something to watch. It's a car wreck, but that's the thing. If you had a car wreck on everywhere on the highway, eventually nobody would want to even see it anymore. You know. Anyway, it was a car wreck, but we're back to this match.
Like, critics are meant to be disagreed
Yeah,
with.
because that's what they do.
So, but
Disagree with me
yeah,
because
we only
I'm
got
full of SHITTTT 99.9% of the time. Woo.
we got going after do.
You know, it'd be funny if they held on to the ladder and Ryback just picked it up with them. Oh, oh.
I thought that was gonna happen too.
He just picked him up and then just
But no,
pressed him over the head, and then they're like all doing a headstand. That would have been hilarious. Oh, come on, Ramen. Why do you wait so long? But Robin Reigns was also like, was he battling leukemia during this time or no? I don't think he would have been able to wrestle, but
no, I don't believe so.
I mean, what a cool story that was with Roman Reigns and leukemia, and he actually became a face for a little bit, but then they just kept shoving the same thing down your throat. Oh, he just screamed no.
No.
Uh, Daniel Bryan was legitimately over back. I remember like at that 1000th episode of Raw in St. Louis. Um, he just like people just kept chanting yes, yes in line to get in. Like I went to the arena like a couple hours beforehand, and everybody was just chanting yes. And every once in a while, like it would see Daniel Bryan just run around, just like they would see him, and when they saw him, it was just like they wouldn't shut the hell up, man. It was annoying. And that was around like
Well, that's gonna be
2012, the 1000 episode.
yeah, yeah. That's on my it's somewhere on my list is the biggest yes pop.
Oh,
I still I still get chills about that when I
that's
watch
how
it.
you use the chair. Boom.
There we go. Oh,
Ambrosia. Here's the lunatic fringe. Whoop. Yeah, we'll talk about Dean Ambrose some other time. Roman Reigns with his legs spread. Ah, boom. Dude,
Oh.
Ryback was a monster. Kane and Daniel Bryan are just letting Ryback do most of the work. Oh. That's what did it. He could never have babies again.
Oof.
Feed me more. Does he? Can he say that? Because I know he can't use the name Ryback.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he uses
Does he?
Ryback.
But he uses it with his name or something like that. I remember that Vince McMahon went after him and he actually sued. He might have won some rights to it or rights to it. I don't know.
He uses it on his YouTube channel, and
Oh.
it's Ryback TV.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I know there was
Um,
some issue where he had to deal with WWE over the use of his name.
Yeah, there's a lot, and he doesn't hold back talking about it
Oh,
either.
yeah, I think he had to
Um,
officially change his name to Ryback to use it. Does that mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Whoop. Whew.
Oh,
That was a free falling ladder that could have fucked something up. And Kane, like our man of the hour, is not even wrestling right now. He's just chilling. It's Daniel Bryan, and this is when
that's
great.
probably like I was trying to find maybe a singles match would have been good, but
this is fine. This is like I really wanted to watch some Team No. So did he hit his
ooh.
head?
You might Ambrose. Wow, Ambrose's face right there, man. I mean, that looked like it hurt though.
Oh.
Because they went top shoulder blades first there.
Oh man.
What's he doing there? Oh, he's going for the
Ryback is stacking people like he's stacking food. Oh my god, man, he's beating on him. That's Ryback show.
the Shield. They're just on you.
I don't know what it is about Roman Reigns that just makes you annoyed. There's something about him.
Right?
Yeah, like maybe the way he carries himself.
From this point, so from 2000, so we're talking about December 2012, all the way up
8 years.
till about September, October 2020. Yeah, most annoying. Something about him.
Yep. And it's like, this is no offense to the human being that's Roman Reigns.
Right.
And like, a cool story overcoming leukemia, man. That's 3 times, I think. I tuned in to watch. I tuned in to watch him when he came back for his comeback. But that was short-lived, man.
Oof, Spanish announce table.
They just don't make them like... Well, they make them exactly how they used to. Oh, is Daniel Bryan just rested up.
Here comes the other wrestlers.
Wait, what is it? Did Kane just take a nap?
I'm not really sure what ended up happening to him.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Look at that camera shake. I want to throw up.
He took that, yeah, man.
Enough.
No kidding.
Enough with the
Jeez.
camera shake. Enough with the camera shake. Oh. It'd be interesting going through the history and just kind of paying attention to what things changed. These are how clean it is right now. Like, there's a slight bit of smoke, but it's so clean.
Right. Ooh, nice. A little innovative there with body slam with the chair. Connected.
Chair slam-o-rama. Yeah, man, it's just wow. What's Kane doing? He just showed up for a second.
I think Roman Reigns is dealing with him.
Oh man.
Ryback should still be in Spain.
Yeah, he went. He didn't even go south. He went east.
Yeah, but I believe Roman Reigns is dealing with him.
Oh, here we go. They've done this before once. Setting up the table. He's not pulling the Mandy Rose.
No, nobody can do Mandy like
Yep.
Mandy. Yep, Ryback is still there.
Oh. Oh.
Mm.
Oh. That's a face. That's a face only a mama could love now.
Or Brie.
Daniel Bryan on the table.
Up on the table. Yeah, it's a weird spot.
I don't want to look at his ass. Thank you.
So they're both getting up on the
Hey,
table.
if the point is to break the table, I guess they're getting innovative. Damn you, Hardys.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Nice little double
Nice.
superplex from the table. 1, 2. Oh,
Oh,
Kane got his
Kane.
ankle. Kane got his ankle. Did you see that?
Yeah.
See ya later. Ooh.
There you go. Oh.
They're trying to beat up him.
That was nice though. The double suplex off of the table that's on the top rope.
Devon, get the double suplex.
Oof. So that's probably the best way to, when you're holding somebody and you're gonna hit them with a chair, just do that strike right to the stomach. They can't actually move out of the
They
way.
throw Kane at it. It's just, he just slid the whole table out of the way, man. Kane is roughing it right now. Oh no. Watch, we're going to get an ass shot again. Watch, 3, 2, 1. Ass shot. Okay. I guess Kane's ass is not good enough to be in the shot.
It's too covered.
Oh, yeah, baby.
There we go. Jump off that. There you go.
Look at him selling that. Dean Ambrose is almost comical in selling this.
Oh. Reigns just lost his elbow pad or something. I don't know.
He lost his
My goodness.
captain band.
And old school Kane there with the side
slam.
Yeah.
Did he pick that up? Oh my God! Look at that table just bending. That's like WWE, bend, don't break. Oh, he set that up for himself.
Oh, not this time.
Oh, damn.
Choke slam through a table or
Dude,
chair,
they broke
sorry.
the leg off of the chair, or the little side support.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Did he?
Roman Reigns tags him. That
was
was a great bump, though. Oh, great bump. Right through to the chair. Now Kane is wrecking out. This is what we came for today. Whoop. Ay.
Seth Rollins.
Oh.
Spear through the barricade.
And here's this shaky head again. I mean, this shaky cam is making me sick. Oh, beautiful spear. Beautiful spear. No, I watch these spears. Like, I don't think Ramen knows how to deliver a spear. Like, if he hit me, I'm sure it'll hurt like hell. But I'm just saying, like, you watch Goldberg. Like, Goldberg, like, literally everybody that I ever listened to on it, like, oh, there's just Barry and Kane, that I ever listened to on a podcast.
What a job! What a
That's it right
jobber!
there. This sums up our podcast right here. This is what we're all about.
You got buried by a barricade, by the remnants of a table, chairs, and you got Daniel Bryan with the yes lock. Nope.
Not gonna happen. But yeah, like people talked about Goldberg's spear. Oh, he's got him down. Is he gonna tap? Is he gonna tap? Whoop. You just can't keep those guys down, and Ryback needs to come back soon. But yeah, everybody talked about Goldberg and his spear and how much it hurt. Like, cause he really he speared the crap out of you. Like he did not. He laid that shit in big time. So, like when I see a spear, like I used to do spear in backyard wrestling, and I did not know how to properly deliver a spear. So I would grab the person, and my momentum would actually spin me sideways. And every time I see that spin sideways, it's like, yep, I'm not sure this person knows how to deliver a spear, like that proper, like, body to, like, take your freaking head off spear. Like, I see that from Bobby Lashley too, and once again, oh, curb stomp.
Oh,
On the chair. Let's see Kane sit up from that. Yeah. Feed me more. There he is.
that's right. Get out of the ring, Daniel. Take a break.
Yep.
Oof. There's going with a spine buster. Nice. Oh, there we go. Little running bulldog. There we go. Or running power.
I think if Ryback was the only person that actually took on the Shield, he might have won. Do you think Dean Ambrose can actually catch someone? I mean, he is not a big guy. I guess it's enough.
Oh, but he landed on him pretty good though.
Did. I got to be careful talking shit, because if we ever meet these people, they're gonna kick my ass. Guess what? I'm gonna do the job. I'm gonna do the job. You know I will. Oh, that was a better spear. That was a better spear. See how he didn't spin around? He actually went through the person.
Right. Under that, that size really does help, especially those shoulders. Feed me more. Feed me more. Finish it.
Dude, I watched Ryback. I saw Ryback live. He is intimidating, dude. His music, everything when he comes out.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little march. Boom, shell shock.
1, 2, whoa. Whoop.
2, oh.
Seth Rollins.
Just everybody.
If Seth Rollins had a nickname, would I call him Sethunya? Sethunya? No, that doesn't work.
No, that's a horrible name.
Yeah, not all of them are winners. You know, you gotta try. We got Roman Reigns. We got Stormy Daniels. We're good. Nope. He almost sent that ladder to the fans. Did you see how he like leaned on it? It's like,
Ooh.
I think part of our podcast is just ooh. Oh damn, dude. Stick that on the concrete. Oh, Ramen is pissed now.
Seth is throwing more just chairs. He's just throwing chairs everywhere. So we're going out of the ring all the way up the aisle.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
That, like, he bent that chair. Yeah. Holy smokes.
They threw it at him. I think Ambrose is still using that broken chair.
Why? Yeah, he really likes that chair. Oh.
You try to use it. Oh, miscommunication there. Wow.
You know, I tell you what. If you wonder why Ryback has a bad back,
Right. This may be why. Oh, just drag that ladder over his head.
I was like, I dare. Should we nickname Ryback Cryback? I'm gonna like once we start doing interviews, I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, well, what did you call me? I'm like, oh shit.
There's gonna be so many edits.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be in Oh yeah.
We'll do an interview. It won't get posted. That is the tallest ladder I think I've seen.
Hardy.
That's a huge
Hardy.
crap. That's way higher than Hardy's. Film an interview, and we won't be able to post it for at least 7 months from editing. Oh, he's not even gonna go up all the way. Come on. What are you doing, Seth? What are you doing?
It looks taller. Oh yeah, here we go.
I mean, it's up there. Oh, man! Without even thinking about it, just throws him onto a stack of tables. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just not even like double checking or anything. He just
flung him, man, dude. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
How
many times you just dropped the ladder on me?
Tables do like break your fall for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I've been through my fair share of them. They most certainly
Powerbomb off the ropes there.
1,
Ramen
2, 3. Boo. 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 Bullshit.
Kane stayed buried. So this really wasn't too much of a show off on Kane, but
I think this perfectly sums up Kane.
But
This perfectly sums up if you're ever a fan of Kane. He spent most of his match outside the ring, and then he was buried. Gladly buried.
Yeah. You know what he did? They lost. Ryback didn't really get hurt by that. None of them three got hurt by losing. But the Shield,
hit his head on that,
which
man. Watch his head get that edge of the table. Oof.
Yep. But you look at the Shield right now, what they consisted of. You got heavyweight champion Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and then Ambrose doing his thing now. But you put a hell of a match together, and you get the crowd happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, Kane is still buried. Ryback's not doing jack. He's just sitting. He's like just standing there. He's like, go get Kane from under. Unbury Kane.
Careful, Rollins. Don't pull on those chairs too much. They do fall.
I'll just watch his head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's the only reason that top table fell off.
Yeah, his head basically knocked the table out.
Oh.
That's it. Kane's still buried. Oh, yes. Yes.
Michael Cole's talking. That means I gotta just stop that for a second.
That's where I'm stopping it.
Sorry, Cole. Oh, they show the replay one more time.
Well, that was our a new attempt at putting... Oh, crap. I forget. Putting
Pop.
Putting over profile.
Oh, over. Pop. Yeah.
We're
at the
putting
top.
over every superstar. We were jobbing for him, and we
Yes.
showed you Kane's debut, Kane's rare win of the championship that he lost in 24 hours, and we showed you Kane get buried and stay buried. Just to give you an idea.
Buried alive. You got buried alive. But yeah. I mean, heck of a career, though.
And he's officially the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. Glenn Jacobs, the Kane.
Definitely Glenn Jacobs, yeah. When I posted this on Instagram and Twitter, I tagged him in it. So, so Glenn Jacobs, when you watch this, I hope we did some
You're
justice.
my favorite wrestler, man. I will never give you a nickname. I will get beat by all of them. I will do the job, but for you, it would be a pleasure to do the job.
Wow, man. Wow.
It's a little. We had that little moment. I'm a Canaanite. Just.
A little Canaanites. Probably one of the best promos that Kane has.
What you gonna do, brother?
Oh. All these Hulkamaniacs and jabronis and all the Canaanites.
And you can see The Rock. The Rock looks at Hulk. He's like, Canaanites.
Canaanites.
He did pull it doesn't matter in that promo. He pulled it doesn't matter on The Rock. It was beautiful.
He did.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, one thing I did want to mention was, so I was going through his accomplishments and like championships and all that, and I mean, as far as championships, I mean, he was ECW champion, the WCW Tag Team champion, World Heavyweight champion, WWF champion, Hardcore champion, Intercontinental champion twice, 24/7 champion, Tag Team champs. Well, WWE Tag Team Champs twice. WWF, WWE World Tag Team Champions 9 times. Twice with Mankind, twice with Xbox, twice with Taker, once with the Hurricane, once with Rob Van Dam, and the Big Show. So that's 11. That's 11 tag team titles. That's alone. I mean, the New Day, they're going to end up getting the most as a team, but I mean, Kane's up there with 11.
Well, and he's still with him, you never knew he was going to lose. Despite all of that,
right.
he would lose him just so easily. Considering how big of a person he was, he still lost. I just remember a lot of him losing.
Right.
And the whole thing with Xbox, the tag teams, I was never too excited about him, but the Team Hell No was fun. That's when he
did doing his little voice boxes with Xbox. And then he was doing this thing with DX, and
because they were going to induct Kane into the DX, and they turned on him. Yeah,
right.
It was just disappointment. I just remember, especially during the Attitude Era, I guess, just disappointment after disappointment for your favorite wrestler, and not realizing that jobbing is so important, because you don't care about jobbers if you're just wanting somebody to win.
Yeah. Right.
But today we say with reverence.
He went on to. He's the 8th ever Triple Crown champion, 3rd ever Grand Slam champion. He won Money in the Bank. So now we're getting to his belts and stuff. But then you're getting to, all right. Now you're getting to.
And he won a lot, and here I'm saying he didn't. It felt like he didn't. Jeez.
Right. And now you're getting to the most disgusting promotional tactic. Fake Diesel gimmick. Most disgusting promotional tactic, being accused of murder and necrophilia. Most disgusting promotional tactic, pregnancy, wedding, miscarriage, angle with Lita. Most overrated, 2010, 2014, 2015. Worst Worst feud of the year, 2002, Triple H. Worst feud of the year, 2003, Shane McMahon. Worst feud of the year, 2004, Matt Hardy,
Who did
Lita.
this?
Worst feud of the year, 2007, Big Daddy V. Worst feud of the year, 2008, with Rey Mysterio. Worst feud of the year, 2010, with Edge. Worst feud of the year, 2012, with John Cena. Worst gimmick, 1996, Fake Diesel. Worst worked match, 2001, Undertaker versus Chronic. With the Undertaker versus Chronic. Worst worked match of the year, 2018, with the Undertaker versus Triple H, Shawn Michaels at Crown Jewel. So there's a lot of worsts. That was crazy, but
who gave him those accolades? Is that the Wrestling Observer? No,
I don't know. Yes, yep. Wrestling Observer newsletter. Yeah.
I don't know how much. I don't follow. I don't pay attention to him too much, so I can't speak on it.
But it doesn't sound too far.
It sounds funny. It sounds funny. It sounds like Kane. Definitely sounds like Kane.
Right, but so like that's and it came along with that gimmick. So yeah, I just thought it was really cool. Like read all this, all these championships and accolades, and then all of a sudden, just gets buried at the end of his story.
That's it. I think that was a beautiful way to end it for us. Just Kane's career. He wasn't buried, but Kane was just apparently, as we can see, he was willing to do anything and did anything they asked him to. So that was that kind of rare, I would say, wrestler. And definitely a disappointment to watch. But a cool looking wrestler, man. Cool, like he looks cool. Thank you for that, though. Thank you. Those are all good. That's all good information to know, for all those who care. Those are really interesting informations. I like that. I really do like that. Wow, he has held a lot of championships, yet here he is, like known for losing.
Yeah, but but he had to.
He was the.
If it wasn't for him losing, it's like we mentioned, a lot of these people wouldn't even be around now. And with that, we thank you, Kane.
Thank you, Kane.
Thank you, Kane. I'll shake your hand. I'll look at you face to face.
My favorite wrestler. One of my favorites, especially in the beginning of watching wrestling for me. Loved Kane. Out of all people, like if I wanted to, like actually really want to meet someone out of all the wrestlers, it would be Kane. It would be Glenn.
That'd be cool.
So yeah.
I would meet.
I'm interested. So next Sunday. What's next Sunday? Okay, so there's no pay-per-views next Sunday, so we were good. I'm interested to see who Big D picks for our next putting on profile, putting over, putting on profile, putting over. Jeez.
Over.
Putting over. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's a new name. I'm getting used to it. Putting over profile.
That's what we do.
We put you over. We make all the other podcasts better. We make you better.
Good thing it's not the putting over podcast.
Putting over podcasts, yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it came from making a pop. That's what we always want to do. We want
to make you over. We want to put you over so you can get a pop. That's what Big D's talking about. Big D's deep in this. He's deep in this with that name.
Yeah, you got to think about it a little bit. And with that, I make you better.
That's right. So yeah, tune in. So on Tuesdays, I guess I did an outro, but for just so stick out for our promo outro. It's really cool, I think. So this Tuesday we're on Bigo, Bigo. We'll be streaming. I'm under Max Jaw there as well, and then Big D's under
Big Dan the Man
on Bigo. So come see us on Tuesday evenings. We got Mike Check with us as well.
He will not be this week,
okay.
but he'll be next week.
All right, well, we're doing every Tuesday night. We're doing our segment JawberReport. This is I think we're interacting with a lot of people on it, and come join us if you're in Bigo or if you just get it. Come join us. Look at Bigo plug. We make Bigo better. Join us on that. Otherwise, it's an alliteration, man. Otherwise, on Thursdays, we're doing Naughty or Nice, which is a super fun show. We each pick a match that's either great or just horrific, or just very interesting moments in wrestling history, ends of careers, injuries, also specific victories, like just really interesting. So even if you're not a wrestling fan, this show is great because we kind of pick matches that kind of highlight and just show you the wrestling world in so many different aspects. And then in between the matches we do my favorite segment, which is called Guess That Promo, baby. We pick 2 promos for you and you get to guess it. We just read it straight up and you get to guess it, and then together we either reenact it or watch it. It's a fun segment, and you can check it out on our playlist as well.
Yes.
Very fun. Yeah, it's very, very fun segment, and the rest of it is in our outro. So, Big D.
Yeah, definitely.
The floor is yours.
Thank you again for joining us. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, turn on your notifications. Super excited. We've been working on a lot of things this last week. We've done a lot of things, so we're keeping us busy and having fun with it, and we're just continuing to grow and grow and grow. And first of all, I want to thank all of you for keeping us going.
Bronies, baby. Our job, bronies.
Good job, Jawbronies. Good job.
We're with you. We're job with you.
But yes, and as we mentioned, we'll be live on Bigo, the Bigo Live app on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. We're back here on YouTube Thursday, 4 p.m.
all
Pacific.
All of our shows we're live.
7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we're all live.
So you can come chat with us like the rest of like Stephen Miller, Etherlick. Sorry, Ether. Big Dan is in there, Pages is in there. Thank you guys for joining. You come chat with us throughout this whole thing.
Definitely. And then stay tuned for the outro of this video. It is brand new, first time premiering live on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on most social medias. And then thanks again, and we will see you guys next time. I'm Big Dan. This is Max Jaw. And we are the Jawbers.
Pages.
Yes, love you, Pages.
We're out.
Ooh, yeah. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel here on YouTube and hit them notifications. Oh, yeah, you little enhancement talent maggots. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Jawbers. That is JAWBERS for you spelling little enhancing talent, Jabroni. Ooh, and lastly, get to our website. Yeah. That is thejawbers.com. Once again, you little maggot, it is JAWBERS.com, and get yourself some swag, baby. Ooh, oh, yeah, you little piece of work, yeah.
We're done.